We are currently on Zatima hiatus, but season 2 will return with 10 additional episodes before you know it. And I have the synopsis for episodes 11 through 20. In this video, I'm going to break them down. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Zatima video. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so that you can stay up to date and in the know on all things Zatima and Sisters Universe related. Now, as mentioned, I am going to be going through episodes 11 through 20, telling you the title of each episode, as well as giving you the extended synopsis. I do have these listed out on ericavane.com if you would like to read them for yourself. Feel free at any point in the video to drop down in the comment section and share your thoughts and your predictions based on what you hear. I would love to know, and we can keep the conversation going that way. And without further ado, let's start with episode 211, titled Out of Love. And the synopsis reads, Zach and Fatima deal with the fallout after their huge fight. Bryce tries to patch things up with Zach. So I anticipated this. Zach is definitely going to be going on the rebound in the defense after the events of episode 10. If we recall, at the very end of episode 10, Fatima leaves. She puts her ring down and she says that they are actually done after Zach's mom shows up, seemingly high, telling all of his business about how he just took Connie into her apartment and they were sleeping together, doing God knows what. Now, whether he did it or not, this looks terrible because earlier that day, Zach was at the hospital with his mom, getting her checked out, and then laid Fatima out, put her out, didn't want her to be there because he's quote unquote embarrassed by his crackhead mama. And then when Fatima returns to check on him, Connie is sitting there and he's resting his head on her, extra cozy as if they are the couple, and she's the outsider looking in. Now, I don't think that it's specifically Zach sleeping with Connie or the idea of him sleeping with Connie. I do think that at the point that Fatima says that she's done, she's really done because of all of the things. If we really think back to all that Zach has actually put Fatima through, it's a lot. So all of you in the comment section talking about something, we got to hold Fatima accountable. Hold her accountable for what? Hold her accountable for having multiple kids outside of their relationship. Okay, that was before her, but then also not being able to manage those relationships and relying on her to manage those relationships and deal with and set boundaries within those relationships. Are we going to hold her accountable for, going over to the neighbor's house who ultimately wants to sleep with the person and is basically yelling, give me your D, give me your D, give me your D, and we want to sit and kiki on the couch and act like it's cool? What are we exactly holding Fatima accountable for? What's wild to me is that by the time episode 10 rolls around and at the very end when Fatima walks out, there's still so much that Fatima don't know that Zach did that probably would have got her to the space of walking away a lot sooner. And, y'all can still keep hope alive because, again, I'm going through the next 9 episodes and their synopsis, and it's going to be, again, an uphill battle and a fight for Zach to get back what he basically was throwing away when it comes to Fatima in this relationship. And Fatima is not 100% out, as you can see, or as we'll talk about with the rest of these episode synopsis. However, after episode 10, I really don't want to hear nobody telling me nothing about holding Fatima accountable when you really got to see the culmination of Zach's disrespect to their relationship. Point blank period. Trauma aside, that gives him no reason to disrespect himself, Fatima, or their relationship in the way that he did. Moving on, episode number 212 is titled Risky Business. And the synopsis says, Zach tries to make things right with Fatima. Though she misses Zach, Fatima has other prospects in mind. And by golly, Miss Molly, I love this for her. Zach, I don't give a damn about what date or dinner you're trying to plan, because that's the only thing that you have in your back pocket every time some go down. You want to take her out to dinner. You want her to get dressed and look all cute and, arouse you. You take her to some dinner and you half-ass apologize, and then you come back and have sex and you think that everything is all good. It's not all good. You are running amok, acting a fool. I do have a video about if Zach and Connie actually slept together, so I won't discuss it actually here. You can check that out. It'll be linked in the description box down below, as well as the cards above. But as you should, Fatima has other prospects, and honestly, y'all, I am hoping that the number one prospect that she's doubling back to is Paul, because one thing that Tyler Perry is going to do is he's going to introduce a very good man at the wrong time, and then let the melee begin. So while Fatima was holding out and was very like, she created clear boundaries, she did not accept any of Paul's advances. She kept it very respectful, very platonic, even though Zach was not doing the same thing on the other end. I don't think that it's lost on her the first impression that Paul left, which was a good one. And not even just like, I had this conversation in my episode 10 breakdown about nice guys want to be they want to be credited, or they want to be pat on the back for being nice guys, but you need to be more than just a nice guy. A nice guy is not gonna hit you. A nice guy might not call you out your name, but he'll still cheat on you. He'll still do some disrespectful things that is a little bit more hidden and behind the back. Like, you have to be a great person, good morals, strong value, emotional intelligence. Those things have to come into play as well. We're not accepting nice guys anymore. We're no longer just being like, oh, you have all the potential in the world and he's nice, because nice means smiling in your face and doing goofy shit behind your back, and we not here for it. So I am 100% here for this episode of Fatima exploring other prospects of whatever that looks like, as long as those men are much healthier than Zach, because she deserves it. And whether she decides to make anything serious with any of them or how far she goes, I think that she needs to remind herself, she needs to see it, feel it, taste it, and touch it, so that she can come back to this relationship, if she chooses to come back to this relationship, and have even higher standards for Zach, because he's getting away with murder in this Zatima relationship, and enough is enough. Episode 213 is titled Never Too Late, and the synopsis reads: Zach does everything he can to make things right with Fatima, but it may not be enough to win her back. Gladys and Jeremiah show their true colors at a very vulnerable time for Zach. I am struggling to believe that Zach is doing everything that he can to make things right with Fatima, because everything that you can doesn't just look like apologizing. Everything that you can looks like setting up and going to habitual therapy sessions. I'm talking about 2 to 3 times a week. You need to be on that couch in that man's office. Everything that you can is making peace with Paul. Everything that you can is starting an eviction process for Deja. Everything that you can is staying your goofy ass away from Connie. Everything that you can is bringing your goofy ass friends over, if you're going to keep them as friends, which I don't think that you should. Sitting them down and having Fatima sit there while you read they asses for filth, and let them know that your friendship will be over the next time that they say anything untoward about your previous fiance, because y'all not engaged no more. Everything that you can is a lot more than what I think Zach actually thinks about. So I do not believe that he's doing everything that he can. He's doing everything that he wants to do. He just going to do everything that he feels comfortable with doing, which is probably why it might not be enough to win Fatima back, because once the veil starts to lift, once the digmatization stops taking a hold, once she can actually see and call a thing, and also see that there's other better out there for her, she gonna stop taking these scraps off this table that you offering her, sir. So again, I'm here for Fatima exploring her prospects. I'm also here for Fatima not running back at the quickest little I'm sorry that Zach could possibly muster, because Zach has been sorry since season 1, episode 1 of Sisters, and enough is enough. You oughta sorry, sir. Now, Gladys and Jeremiah show their true colors at a very vulnerable time for Zach. I definitely think they're just trying to scam him for some damn money. And while he's trying to get his relationship back, he's trying to focus more so on that versus focus on whatever Gladys and Jeremiah have going on. And then it's just going to create conflict from there. Honestly, I don't give a damn about Gladys or Jeremiah or Zach's feelings around it, because I just feel like he's been terrible. Absolutely the worst towards Fatima. So if he's going to focus on trying to get his girl back and doing the right thing, then he needs to just go ahead and focus on that and leave these 2 scam artists to do whatever the hell they're doing. Episode 214 is titled Redemption, and the synopsis reads: Zach puts his plan to get Fatima back into action, while Angela reconsiders some of her own actions concerning Bryce. Okay, so this makes me feel like Zach is going to actually recruit Angela to help him get Fatima back. Okay, Angela, you didn't never like Zach from the beginning, so this better not be an easy recruiting thing from him. You better be making sure that he's doing any and everything that he possibly can for your friend, because you know that his ass is dead ass wrong. You know that his ass is immature, and you know that his ass is too much. and also not enough at the same damn time. So don't make it easy for him. Now, you reconsidering what's going on with Bryce is honestly just leaning into her insecurity, because you said what you said, and if you're not comfortable with this type of person in this type of relationship, then that's perfectly fine. Nobody is faulting you for that. But are we about to run back to Bryce just because we don't want to be alone? Because Bryce is raggedy, and he's not going to stop being raggedy today or tomorrow. So it makes absolutely no sense for me. Honestly, I'm not looking forward to this episode, because Zach, your little plan is gonna fail, and I hope it does, because you need to work harder. And Angela, you deserve better, but if you don't think that you deserve better, then we're gonna have to suffer and watch Bryce and you and whatever the hell that's gonna be, and I don't even care. So moving on. Episode 215 is titled Moments of Clarity. And the synopsis reads, Zach realizes therapy is actually helping him in his quest to win Fatima back. Fatima is shocked by news concerning Deja. I think that this is just like, it comes out that Deja is actually suing them, because up until now, I don't think that Deja told Fatima. Deja has only communicated with Zach about suing them, and Fatima's gonna handle it. So she might be shocked, but she's actually gonna handle it. Cool. And then Zach and Fatima are still not together at this point. I love that this tells us that he is actually back in therapy, which means that he is doing one of the things I said that needed to be one of the things that he do, which is take his ass regularly to therapy, and he's realizing that it's helping. Okay, cool. But once things start to get better, it's just like when you get sick, and I know this because I've been sick recently. The moment that you start to feel better, you don't stop what you're doing. You don't stop eating the good things. You don't stop taking the vitamins. You don't stop doing heavy fluids. You don't stop going to therapy. When it starts to get better, you double down and keep doing all of the good things that brought you to this good place. I don't want to see you walk away from therapy be like, all right, now I'm good, doc, because you're not. You're not. This is a very long uphill journey, and your ass needs to stay on it, Zach. That's all I know. Okay? Episode 216 is titled A Gamble at Love, and the synopsis reads, Zach and Fatima get relationship advice from an unlikely source. Fatima sets a plan in motion to discredit Deja. And again, I think that the episode before, Fatima found out about the suing. Cool. She probably gets served. And then Fatima's just cooking up some other plan to get out of this lawsuit. I don't actually want to see Deja and Fatima interact anymore, because I feel like Fatima's 100% valid in a lot of the things that she has done with Deja, aside from breaking that damn wine glass against the house and throwing that girl's groceries. Everything else, I'm like, you kind of asked for it because you were doing too much, and people like to try you. So I would prefer for Fatima and Deja to not interact anymore, just because of what it makes Fatima look like. And I don't think that people take into consideration like Deja really triggers and provokes Fatima in a lot of ways, and Fatima has a lot of natural responses of a protective ass woman. And for Zach and Fatima to get relationship advice from unlikely source, why do I feel like the unlikely source is Paul? And I hate that for him, but I guess y'all, like, I don't know, like, I want the Zatima breakup to last for a while. You know how y'all break up and then go off and live other lives and get better and do whatever and then get back together? Like, if Zach and Fatima are going to be together, I want that to happen. Like, I want Fatima to just have a season of just being wined and dined and loved on and protected how she's supposed to, so that she walks back into this relationship with Zach and she do not settle for not one moment of all the bullshit that he's been shoveling her damn way. And I do not believe that, 5 episodes is enough time for her to really reconsider what she has been accepting and allowing within their relationship and what she's not going to stand for. If they're like making up by episode 216, I believe it's just way too soon, and Zach is getting off a little bit too easy, but that's just me. Episode 217 is titled Energy, and the synopsis reads, Zach gets some devastating news as Fatima debates getting back with him. Belinda confronts Nathan about being too open and honest. When the hell did Nathan and Belinda know each other? And at this point, I said this, I feel like at some point, it was probably off the cuff comment, but I said it. Belinda and Nathan should get together. Oh wait, Nathan is fucking married. Two goofy, raggedy people belong together. I really believe that in this world. Like, I really believe that more people should get with who they are versus ruining people who are better than them and being selfish trying to be with those people. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know what this means about Belinda confronting Nathan, because I didn't even know that they were actually friends or they actually spoke, and they're just trying to keep Belinda around at this point, and she's useless the same way that Bryce is useless, the same way that all of the damn friends, in my opinion, are actually useless. So we'll see what Tyler Perry makes that out to be in reference to the story. But Zach gets some devastating news as Fatima debates getting back with him. I love that she's debating. I love that she's not just running back, crawling back. I hope that she's back in her apartment by episode 217. or her condo. I really want Zach to earn her, because he didn't earn her to begin with, and that's why we're where we're at. I said what I said. Men, don't be in my comments feeling the type of way. Go write in your journals about it, because I don't give a damn. Now, episode 218 is titled Pride to the Side, and the synopsis reads: Zach deals with a family emergency as Fatima debates being there to support him. Bryce gets shocking news about the business and tries to warn Zach. I definitely think that Zach losing all his money is coming. So I could totally see them taking a loss in the business, and that's really, really gonna suck. Also, this kind of leans towards Zach and Bryce don't dissolve their partnership. Maybe the therapy, in addition to helping Zach and better understanding of his relationship with Fatima, also helps him better navigate Bryce and what happened between them. So maybe they actually stay together, even though I'm over Bryce and I've already told y'all that. The family emergency that I think that Zach is going to deal with is Gladys being hospitalized. When I did my episode, I did my 8 new characters, I think, or 6 new characters, can't remember. But before the season premiere, I did a breakdown of all of the new characters that were coming to Zatima. And in the description for Gladys, it talks about the doctor. One of the doctors, their description titled or said that they were going to let Zach know that Gladys was on life support and that she had to pay a bunch of money to be able to get some treatment that she needed. And I think that that's what this is. In 218, we're going to see Gladys back in the hospital, but now her life is really going to be at stake, and Zach has to figure out if he's going to foot the bills for all of whatever she needs, which is going to be a little bit tough given the fact that he's already brought her to the hospital and she left. That took him back to the grocery store, which took him back to, his childhood. Zach still is working through a lot of his mommy issues, and her health problems are just going to exacerbate that. And I think it makes sense for Fatima to struggle and not immediately run to Zach's side, because the last time that she was at the hospital with him, he put her ass out and then cozied up with Connie. So I could totally see her not being there to support. In addition to Zach dismissing her, she also had to experience Gladys telling her, I like Karen better and I don't like you light skin hoes. So why would I show up when both you and your son have repeatedly disrespected me and have shown me that my presence and my attempt at support and love of you guys is not wanted and not warranted? So in all honesty, I'm kind of hoping that she don't show up. I'm hoping that she don't show up. Episode 219 is titled Dear Mama, and the synopsis reads: Zach and Jeremiah are at odds concerning their mother Gladys. In a moment of clarity, Nathan apologizes to Fatima. About damn time. Did you need to have your ass bust again? Because that's what it was given. The way that you have been leading the Fatima hate train, Nathan, is beyond me. When you have your own horrible ass marriage to resurrect and probably some badass kids to reparent, you need to focus where your focus is needed, okay? Apologize to Fatima. We still don't like your ass, and keep your distance, because that's it. That's all. Now, Zach and Jeremiah odds, I think this definitely going to have to do with them pulling the plug on Gladys, and Jeremiah might be the one that's like, yeah, let's go ahead and pull the plug. Because Jeremiah, while his their mama, he also gives me that he don't really care about her, and that he's been stuck in a hard place as well. But I also have no sympathy for him. I don't know. I couldn't really tell you why. I just don't. He's a very disrespectful individual, and I don't like him. So that's it. That's all. I think that Zach and Jeremiah are going to be at odds about taking their mom off life support versus keeping her on there and paying any of the money that they need to keep her alive. And episode 220 is titled The Ugly Truth, and this will be the season 2 finale. And the synopsis reads: Zach and Fatima attempt to convince Jeremiah to accept their help while he has a clear mind. Bryce gets to the bottom of the company's money woes. So maybe Zach don't lose all his money in season 2, but I think it's coming in season 3. And I don't know if this means that they're actually back together, but Fatima is ultimately going to decide to show up for Zach and his family, and then she's helping, try to convince Jeremiah to accept whatever help they are going to both offer to, one, get their mom back together and on her feet, but then also probably pull their asses out the projects. So that is how the season is going to end. I am looking forward to 2B. I'm not sure of when it's going to premiere, but the moment that I know, I will put up a post as well as create a video with any additional Zatima information that I have. Thank y'all so much for watching, and be sure to let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about the titles as well as the synopsis of each episode. There's tons of spoilers here, so Hopefully you enjoyed them. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and give this video a like, because you made it all the way to the end of the video, so I think that you liked it. Again, I appreciate you, and I can't wait to keep the conversation going in the comments. See you in my next video.